Yo, what's up, everyone? It is Renny back once again, and honestly, I haven't really been up to anything but work, bro. Just work, work, work. And it's been so much work that I've really lost sight of some of the things that I like to do, which is making music, working out, and just like traveling and getting to see as much as I can on the weekends and such. Um, so I'm getting back into the vlog and getting back into the YouTube videos mainly just so I can like do what I want to do in my free time, and then also give me like some inspiration to do the things that I like to do, and give me a reason. So I'm going to share everything that I do as much as I can, whether it's making beats, making music, working out, going around town, doing stuff with my girlfriend. So I'm going to try to do what I can to kind of feel that purpose again, and I don't know, just share some interesting shit, share some funny stuff. I feel like there's a lot of funny things that happen throughout my life, but it's not getting captured, so I'm gonna start capturing it. So yeah, we'll get it going. Let's go hit the gym, man. Let's get a little pump in. So just got finished with the workout. There was other people in the gym. I didn't want to be an asshole and pull out the camera and start recording myself working out. It was a pretty weak workout. To be honest, I haven't been back in the gym or haven't really lifted weights in like a month, probably like moving into this new apartment that I have with my girlfriend. So yeah, we just got back in there, maybe only lifted for like, 40 minutes or so. But it felt good to be back in there pumping some weights and stuff. But anywho, while I was working out, I figured, what kind of schemes can we get up to? Shout out to Toby for saying it like that. But what kind of schemes can we get into to make a little money? So I've been having a side hustle where I resell things on eBay, whether it's something I find at a garage sale, something that I already hadn't really used in years. So I basically been building that out like a seller profile on eBay, starting to get some sales. Been maybe almost have like $1,500 in sales so far. But anywho, as part of the scheme, trying to see if we can flip some Magic the Gathering cards. Now, what do I know about Magic the Gathering? Might get roasted here, but I know absolutely zero about Magic the Gathering other than people pay more than what they pay for retail. So with that in mind, I got some Magic the Gathering trading cards from Target. I don't even know if these are the right packs or what, but I got these 3 packs for $11.99. I'll show the actual covers. So this is like the generic pack from like Target, like right next to the self-checkout. Nothing too crazy. We're just gonna see if we can make some money on this as part of our scheme. So as part of it, I got Outlaws of Thunder Junction is one. Each of these come with 14, I guess, playing cards and then one like art or graphic card. So that's kind of cool, 15 per pack. These 3 packs were $11.99. I might have mentioned that already. We'll eventually break down like which each card in the pack is worth, unit cost, and then also what you can get resale. So we'll break it all down on a spreadsheet, but this is what we got. I was actually kind of surprised at like how much some people will pay for some of these Magic the Gathering cards, because like some of these motherfuckers is at least worth like 2 to 3 times the actual like unit cost of the card itself retail. And then that's like a vast majority of them, or at least like 2 to 3 times what you pay retail. And then some of them have crazy fucking markup values, I guess, depending on the rarity and how much they actually like print out. So I guess it's like anything else. It's like supply and demand, right? So like if they don't have much of this one thing, it's super rare, and it's like the rare version of the card where it's like, ooh, trippy glowy, then it's more expensive. That's kind of cool. Why some are more than others? I guess it's just like a scarcity thing. I guess that's really all it is. But anywho, the next pack is Modern Horizons 3. from Magic the Gathering. My hand is shaking because I literally just got done working out. So, please excuse me. I'm not, tweaking out or anything. This one's got the one extra Sarth the Viper's Fang. So this is like, I guess like a legendary card that they put at the front of the display in Target. And then they have the 3 other packs on top of this one. So this was just like a solo legendary one. But this one at least gets marked up like 3 or 4 times. It's unit cost retail value. So I'm gonna spread all these guys out. Didn't really know how to look up the cards appropriately, and then I saw that there's a little code in the bottom left of the card. You can kind of see it. This one's got C0144 IDK, if you can see that, if it's focusing on it. But yeah, that's how you look it up. You do like the name and then the little code, and then boom, rare, not rare, glowy, not glowy. So yeah, so we got the scheme going. This next pack is probably my favorite cover art so far. I don't know if that's the right word, but the artistic style of this one for Bloom Barrel, so freaking cute, dude. Look at that little mouse. I mean, that's our ancestors right there, dude. Let's go look at what each of them is worth on eBay, and let's break it down in a spreadsheet. Let's see how much what is this? 15 times 3, 45, plus the Sarith Viper card. So 46 cards total, $11.99. We'll show what the unit cost it breaks out to for that, and we'll see how much we can expect to profit if we in fact sell all of these cards on eBay. Let's see what we got when it's all said and done. Wow. We have not been recording this whole time. I've been doing this whole theatrical shit. Wow. Wow. We have not been recording this whole time. That is painful. Growing pains. Wow. But anywho, we'll get you a quick run up to speed of what we've done so far. So I created this whole spreadsheet for my little side hustle, my little scheme here. So we got these 3 different packs. These right here, Outlaws, Bloom Barrel, Modern Horizons. This came in a 3-pack from Target, cost $11.99. I broke out the unit cost for each of these, and then I've been looking up the expected selling price compared to other listings on eBay. Doesn't guarantee I'll actually sell it for that, but I usually picked a conservative price to actually like make sure that I'm at the top of the listing and people sort by selling price, which is what I always do when I shop. So I imagine other people do that too. And then of course you have to account for the transaction fees at eBay, which is usually 13%. I'll zoom in a little here, which is usually 13%. So for this particular pack, got all the expected selling prices, transaction fees. On the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, we can expect a $21 profit. On the Bloom Barrel pack, $26 unit cost, expected selling price. We had this one motherfucker, Lumra Bella of the Woods. That one came through. In a big way. If I sell this Lumra Bella of the Woods, I will at least make my money back and then some for the $11.99 pack that I got from Target. So that's kind of sick. It's like one card, already make my money back and make some money. And I expect to sell some of these others too, because I will have competitive prices, usually on the more affordable side compared to the top end prices on eBay from what I've been seeing. So that was big time. So big time. Unit cost $3.90, expected selling price, transaction fees, expected profit of $38, give or take. We got to account for some delivery fees as well, but I will subsidize some of my delivery fees built into the listing as well. So we'll account for that and maybe like net it out to zero, hopefully, or as close as we can. Modern Horizons, nothing too crazy in there. Nothing really like worth anything too crazy. But we did run the numbers on that. We can expect $20 of profit from the Modern Horizons pack. We are working our way through I don't want to say the name of it, but we are making our way through this guy right here. This pack, this was $5.99 at Target. Breaking out the unit cost, it comes out to 40 cents a pop. And we started doing some research on this guy as well. I am right now at the Vein Ripper card, or I was. It's not the foil, but that's what we got. And according to my eBay research, according to my scheme, and we can expect a decent little price for the Vein Ripper if we look that particular card up. So boom, Vein Ripper. As you can see, we got the prices there. On the top end, some people doing like $20. On the low end, like 12. I probably aim too high with the $17.99, so we'll probably bring that down to like $14.99. That'll get me closer to the, I guess, like the cheaper end of the spectrum from like all these different listings. But money right there. And if I can sell this one card, then I make my money back for the whole entire pack, which is pretty sick. This was kind of a cool looking card. I like how this one doesn't really have borders. It's just kind of like borderless. That's kind of cool looking. I don't actually play Magic the Gathering, so I don't have really any incentive to hold on to these cards.
but I do have an incentive to sell them and then to buy more cards so I can sell more cards, and then so I can buy more cards with that money, and then so I can sell it and keep that process going indefinitely until I have a yacht, basically. That's the plan. Okay, so we got all the numbers crunched. We have all of our selling prices that we can expect for our cards that we bought. This last pack is probably going to be the least profitable, and I'll probably never buy another pack for $5.99 again, but maybe I will, because there is at least the one vein ripper that we can expect to make all of our money back on that. Let's do some number crunching. We're gonna get this times 0.13. We can expect about that to be the transaction fee on eBay. Pesky little transaction fees, I hate them so much. But you know, you want to use the platform, you want to use their analytics, you want to use their exposure, then you got to cough up for those kinds of things, and I respect it. I hope to do the same thing one day, where I can just charge people a bunch of fees for no apparent reason. But I just mentioned the apparent reasons, but it's neither here nor there. There's probably going to be some other fees such as shipping. So even if we say shipping costs $30 in total, which it might cost more or less. I've never shipped trading cards in envelopes, but I like to think it's as cheap as it can possibly be. Like, what's a postage stamp cost? Like, I don't know, but I assume, like, let's Google it. How much is one postage stamp? What? So we can do equals 61, that's our number of cards, times 0.78. Damn, dude, that turns out to be a decent amount of shipping price. We could probably offset some of that by charging people. So we can do that times, let's say we subsidize the shipping price, not charge them the full price, but let's say we charge them half of the price of a stamp per package. So let's say shipping comes out to be that much. So minus shipping, we can expect maybe like $77, $70 to $80 worth of profit. So all I did was spend $17.96, or let's just call it $18. Let's round up. All I did was spend $18, punch in the names of the cards into the spreadsheet, and then punch the names into eBay to figure out the selling price. Now, we do have to maybe account for the amount of time it's going to take to put all these listings up. If I had to guess, it'll probably take me 5 minutes per listing. 61 cards, 5 minutes per listing equals 5 times 61 cards. And then divide that by 60. Dang, 5 hours to put up all those. Not like I have to do it all in one day. And I would probably start by doing the most expensive ones first. So let's think about that. Let me get it all in one thing. Make it look a lot nicer. Sort column, C to A. And that is much nicer to look at. Okay, we've got our priciest one, Lumra Bello of the Woods. We can expect a $23 profit from that. All of our cost is, I like having the totals at the bottom. It's kind of interesting to look at. So $17.96. If we just sell Lumra, we will make our money back. If we sell the top 10 cards, we will make $51, and that will be pretty much worthwhile. Might take me like an hour out of my Sunday or something to do like these top 10 listings to post it on the eBay, but it really shouldn't be that bad. I don't even know if it's worth listing some of these if I'm expecting less than $1 in profit. It might just be worth holding on to those guys. And then if it ever goes up in price, we could sell it. But I don't even know if it's worth setting a listing unless I get $1. So if I list all the ones that I can expect $1 or more in profit, then we can expect maybe $59 or so off of eBay. Is this a worthwhile scheme? I think it is. And I think the hard part was figuring out maybe just how I want to organize my spreadsheet here. I guess just the time it takes to investigate how much some of these cards are worth. I like breaking it out right here. I like having a plan before I even set a listing of what is worth my time or not. And I don't think anything less than $1 a profit is really worth my time at the moment. If it becomes popular for whatever reason, it might go up. So we'll see. But we will list our top 10 cards, or at least all the cards that we can expect $1 from, and we'll make an update maybe like a month or two from now on how much money we actually made from this. I'll add some more columns like dates sold, time it took for it to sell. I have all the expected prices right here. I'll list the actual selling price and the actual fees and all the breakdown from the actual listing itself. And we'll see how much money we actually made, man. We'll see if it's even worth our time. But scheme number 1 underway, now that we got it all figured out. So yeah, I just want to spend some time doing that. On top of doing music and working out and just vlogging stuff and traveling, I kind of want to like document the schemes from the side hustle too. I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering. I've got a buddy who's really into it. He makes these cool decks, see it here. And my girlfriend's brother, he's got a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards too. And he's been having a little side hustle selling them, and he's been telling me like he's actually like making money on some of these. So it got my scheme gears tumbling and rolling. So I was trying to figure out, is it even worth my time? And I think it might be. If I can get like 1 or 2 rares per 10 to 15 bucks that I spend, I think it's worth the time and worth the investigation. So yeah, thanks for entertaining my schemes here, and yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to the other parts of the video. So let's go listen to some beats. Shout out to Talon. I'm trying to get something that's a little bit different than these like typical drum patterns. Just trying to get something a little different. I just want it bad when it lean. Wish you fuck you mean. I ain't what you mean. That one ain't it though. I just hit it bad, now she wanna hit the free throw. I just hit it free throw.
BeatStars.com.
Wait, I need to get this shit bad, bad. See my boo, yeah, you know she really bad, bad. See my crew, yeah, you know we really like that. See my crew, yeah, you know we really like that. And who is you? I ain't never finna right back. Wait, I need to get this shit bad, bad. Bring the beats, guarantee I bring the juice. Bring the beats, guarantee I bring the juice. Bring the beats, guarantee I bring the juice. You bring me $1 USD, I'll make it 2. Wait, I need to get this shit bad, bad. See my boo, yeah, you know she really bad, bad. See my crew, yeah, you know we really like that. And who is you? I ain't never finna right back. Who is you? Bitch, I chop a lead screw. You bring the guard, but I always bring the dues. Bring the beats, guarantee I bring the juice. Bring me $1 USD, I'll make it 2. It's a song, dude, and we made it. Is it good? Nah, but it's a vibe, and we had a good time. It's time well spent.